Hi, this is Dick Shepard from Paperback Novel, and I'm about to begin a long overdue update on the construction at the Freedom Tower site. We're looking now at the southwest portion of the World Trade Center site. The open area against the west wall, directly under that is where the PATH trains enter the site, and they go along that curved structure that curves through that portion of the site. And right now there is a PATH train coming through there. That portion of the site will be primarily taken up by the memorial, and the steel alongside the PATH that's rising there is the steel for the South Tower portion of the memorial. And as you pan across the site, the memorial section of the site, you'll see the much fuller completed steel and flooring for the North Tower memorial. The nature of the memorial is that square hole is centered over the North Tower footprint, and there'll be a waterfall element that will have water cascading down into the footprint, and that will be one of the exterior elements of the memorial. Then just as you pan just north of the North Tower memorial, the structure with the two cranes and the core structure, that's the actual Freedom Tower being built. And as we can see, the core of the building is complete, and then steel is rising considerably above street level just to the right of the cranes, and the surrounding steel is the understructure. In between the Freedom Tower and the North Tower memorial, you'll see there's a flat stretch of steel. That's under that section is going to be a passageway that will lead from the World Trade Center site underneath West Street and into the World Financial Center. There used to previously be a large bridge that connected the World Trade Center to the World Financial Center, and that bridge entered the World Financial Center where the wide open glass area is. As of now, it looks like that there won't be a bridge. There'll be an under street passage. And then on top of that passageway, that will be Fulton Street. Fulton Street, which will be open to pedestrian and vehicular traffic, will run between the memorial section of the site and the Freedom Tower section. And then as we continue along, if we look at the old New York Bell Telephone Building, the stone building, and to the right of that is 7 World Trade Center. At the base of 7 World Trade Center, the structure just at the base of the 7 World Trade Center is the present PATH access, the pedestrian PATH access that allows commuters to come down and use the PATH station, which is the long structure that dominates the center of the site there. Alongside that PATH structure, that roadway is going to be Greenwich Street. That'll be open to vehicular and pedestrian traffic, and it will go from the south end of the site, and it will intersect with West Broadway and Greenwich Street, just in front of 7 World Trade Center. As we begin panning along the east side of the World Trade Center site, you're now looking at the Tower 4 building site, and a crane is at work. That foundation, those square structures, are the core foundation for Tower 4, which is supposed to be the first tower built on that site. That's the southeast corner of the entire World Trade Center site. And then if you pan north to the second portion of the site, where there's a little bit of a pond, that's the Tower 3 site, which will be built after Tower 4. All of the eastern side towers are going to be built before the Freedom Tower to prove the commercial viability of the site. So as you pan north, you can see that the Tower 3 site is just about ready to be built on, and then there's some intervening structures leading into the final northernmost portion of the east side, and that gigantic area there will include both the pad station, which is a big glass winged structure, which will be between towers 3 and towers 2, and then in the extreme corner, the extreme northeast corner of the site will be Tower 2, which, when it's completed, will be nearly as tall as the Empire State Building. So this entire open ground area will comprise 3 towers, and the roadway that's leading on the western edge of that site, that roadway will be a continuation of Greenwich Street, which will run through the site with traffic. They'll reopen the site to pedestrian and vehicular traffic, running up to the intersection of West Broadway and Greenwich at the outside of 7 World Trade Center. And as we pan across, we're looking now at the Deutsche Bank building, which there was a fire in August of 2007. And since that fire, in which 2 firemen died, the investigation has meant that there has been absolutely zero progress in removing that building. That building has not changed in any noticeable way since August of 2007, since that fire occurred. And just to the left of that, that building is a hotel and condominium complex, which I think will be run by the W Corporation, and that's nearly completed, topping out. It'll probably have a few additional floors. That building is going to be open in about a year or so.